Hi, Cookbook Love family. I'm Declan DeWitt Hall. This is my beloved wife, Suzanne. And we are here again for our Friday live chat to bring you what?
The cookbook of the week.
Take it!
This week's cookbook of the week, it must have had a paper cover originally. It is the American Home All-Purpose Cookbook. It's got a nice little logo on the front there, hardcover, as you can see. Kind of thick. This little beauty is from 1968, I believe. 66, actually. Oh, look at that. The magic of television. 1966. And it was produced by the American Home magazine, or probably just American Home magazine. So we'll be sharing some stuff about that magazine throughout the week. It stopped printing, I think, in 1977 when I looked it up today. So this is another one where, like, was it this past week or the week before, where it was Family Circle?
Family Circle, yeah.
I think it might have been the week before. But it's another one of those magazine series turned into cookbooks. So this one is nice because it has all these beautiful illustrations. This is the inside front cover, and in it has handy tips like how to make substitutions, equivalent weights and measures, a table of food measurements in the back.
I love it.
Something similar. You can see also cool. And these are like tips and tricks for frosting your glass for fancy beverages, frosting them with sugar.
Oh, look at that. You'll have to share a picture of that.
Yeah, I will. Using leftover pastry, how to cut a cake in half, things like that. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. It's got a mixture of colored pictures like this cake. It's funny though, because these color inserts that are, I don't know, there's not tons of them, maybe 10 throughout this big book. They're not with the sections that they belong in. Like this one is planning your meals, but it's a Ships Ahoy cake for a children's party.
Well, when I plan my meals, I always think of the dessert first.
Yeah. It's also got little black and white illustrations. This, you can see that it's a bag there, and they're running it under the sink. It's a tip for heating up rolls that the next day you've made them or whatever, freshen them up. It says you get your paper bag wet and pop them in the oven. So I'd say you do that at your own risk. That's just
I was thinking fire hazard right away.
Seriously. But this one is a whole page full of these cute little illustrations with instructions. So those are really rather sweet. I like them a lot. What else do we want to show you? Section here, parties for teenagers. Oh, this is cute. This is a handy party checklist. This is a section on entertaining. And it's got all these tips like having cigarettes and lighters with the lighter fully filled, or matches, ashtrays. And it said not just decorative ones, but large practical ones. A place for coats, tray tables, and then bathroom fixings. Because I'm sure you put lots of thought into your I always make sure the bathroom is clean, but I didn't really think about fixings. So here's what they're suggesting that you have in your bathroom for your party. It's in the entertaining section.
Interesting.
Besides having a supply of guest towels, it's thoughtful to have a supply of convenience items your guests might have forgotten. An extra comb, face powder with individual powder puffs, safety pins, tissues, and a clothes brush. So next time you have a party, and if I'm invited, I'm going straight to the bathroom to find out if all of those items are readily available.
Wow.
I'm looking for my individual powder puffs to powder my nose.
That's a hostess with the mostest.
Tell you what, there's some very fancy canapes, which seem to be sort of de rigueur with these cookbooks. This dish, check that out. I think they're calling that a bouillabaisse. Is that true?
Wow.
Yes, bouillabaisse. It's in the yeast breads section for some reason. But check out those whopper, it looks like a lobster claw to me. The fish looks a little raw. Look at those scales on it. But yeah, that's a darn hearty
Does it
soup,
feel like the the colored images, the photographs were like an afterthought, and they just kind of popped them in?
I don't know why they did it that way. It's a good question.
Is
It's not the first time I've
that way?
seen this.
Yeah.
I've seen other cookbooks that do that. That I'm not sure if, like, because books, they call them signatures. You see that little striped, sorry, trying to see where it's focusing. You see that little striped bit that's curving up like a caterpillar right now? That's where all these little bundles of pages are connected, and it's they call them signatures of 8 pages, and they're all those, and those are folded, and all of those are bundled together. So I don't know if it has something to do with how the signatures work.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what you got now?
This picture I thought was interesting because it includes a warning. Because look, doesn't that look delicious? Like my mouth is watering for a cup of coffee and a nice piece of pie. However, the words warn you. This is mushroom cheese pie! Exclamation point. Now, there's nothing wrong with mushroom cheese pie. I think I would find a mushroom cheese pie quite delicious.
Right, but it wouldn't be like dessert.
It's disguised, don't you think? Doesn't that look like an apple pie?
It looks like an apple pie.
It looks like a rather delicious apple pie.
I'm thinking, get out the vanilla ice cream, and with that, it might not taste so great. If I knew it was a mushroom cheese pie, I would add something else on
something
top.
else
It would
entirely.
not be ice cream.
No. Speaking of pies, here's a little section on how to, kind of float the edge, make little decorative steam holes. A lovely cake picture there, and check out those sexy forks. I always love some good flatware, mid-century flatware. One of my weird passions. Then the last thing I was going to tell you about is this index, because it is a super impressive index. Let me see if you can see how thick it is. It's that thick. It's actually 38 pages thick, which is a lot, and that's great because some cookbooks don't have terribly good indexes, and I find them incredibly useful.
You can just flip to the back and see what you want to find.
Look up what you're looking for.
Wow, this is going to be a fun one.
Absolutely. So this is, again, the American Home All-Purpose Cookbook from American Home Family from 1966, and we hope you will enjoy it this week as we post during Cocktail and Cookbook Hour.
So there you have it. That's our cookbook of the week, and Suzanne will be posting all week. And we hope we share your thoughts and your inspirations, and have a fun week cooking.
Get in the kitchen.
I
think so.
Yeah,
we get
you
to
love
cook
to
for
cook.
our grandson.
I'm always like, do you want to eat out tonight?
Weekend.
She's like, no, I want to cook.
I do. Usually.
You do.
I'm also cheap.
All right, everybody, will have a great week.
Have a great bookend.
And we'll be back next week with another cookbook of the week.
Take care. Bye-bye.